Oh,
Hi everyone, good morning.
Good morning.
Good
yeah, good morning.
morning.
Good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning,
Morning.
sir. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning po.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so let's start. So welcome to our TIMO Primary 5 mock exam review. We are going to discuss the techniques and solutions to the mock exam. Okay? Now, before we start, you already know that the TIMO is divided into 5 categories, right? We have the logical thinking, arithmetic, number theory, geometry, and combinatory, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, so before we start with discussing all of the categories, I would like to introduce some house rules. Now, first and foremost, I want you to always turn off your microphone, okay? So that everyone can hear me. There are 77 of you here inside the meeting, so I need you to turn off your microphone all the time. Is that clear? Also,
So it has to be on all the time.
off, turn off.
Oh.
Okay, again, always turn off your microphone.
Always turn on. Yes. Okay.
Also, turn on your cameras so that I can see you. Because from time to time, I will be asking some students to answer my questions. So I need to see your faces while you're answering. Okay, I can still see people who are not turning their microphones off.
It's I want to ask.
Later, when I ask the question, I'll just call the names of those students I want to answer. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Now, I'll just manually turn off your microphones na lang. All right, let's start. So the first category in the exam is logical thinking. Question number 1. It takes 21 workers 5 days to complete a task. Again, it takes 21 workers 5 days to complete a task. If the efficiency of each worker remains the same, regardless the number of workers, how many days does it take to work? Does it take 7 workers to complete the same task? Okay, you can just answer in the chat box, okay? Now, in this problem, we need to quantify the amount of work that has been done. So the first thing we need to do is this. The amount of work, sorry, change the color. The amount of work divided by how many workers are there? We have 21. That is equal to 5 days. So that would mean that the amount of work is 21 times 5, which is 105. Now, the same amount of work will be divided by 7 workers. So that would mean 105 divided by 5. That is 15 please.
105 divided 7, not 5, teacher.
Seven,
Yes.
seven. Sorry. 105 divided by 7 is 15 days. Clear? Okay, very good. Now let's proceed to the next number. If we add 12 to Michael's uncle's age this year and the sum is divided by 4, 2 is then subtracted from the quotient and finally the difference is multiplied by 4, the result will be 44 years old. How old is Michael's uncle this year? Okay, so this problem, we just need to do back solving. When I say back solving, we start at the answer and then in reverse order, we need to do the opposite of the operations that has been done to the number. Okay? So by back solving, we start at 44 multiplied by 4. Opposite of multiplication is division.
Divide.
So that's 44 divided by 4. That's 11. Subtracted from. So that would be 11 plus 2. That's 13. Divided by 4. So when we say divided by 4, the opposite of that is multiply by 4. That's 52. And then finally we have add 12. That's subtract by 12. And that will give you 40. Therefore, Michael's uncle's age this year is 40. Clear? Clear? All right, let's proceed to the next number. There are a total of 42 chickens and rabbits in a farm. These animals have a total of 118 legs. Find the difference between the number of chickens and rabbits. Okay, now in this problem, I will teach you the long way and I will teach you the shortcut on how to do this problem. Okay, the first way or the long way is to do the usual solution that is used to solve this problem. So we have 42 chickens and rabbits. I'll just say chickens is for C is for chickens and then R for rabbits, okay? So 42 chickens and rabbits, that would be C plus R equals 42. And then how many legs does a chicken have? That's 2. So that's 2C for the number of legs of chickens, 4R for the number of legs of rabbits because a rabbit has 4 legs. That's equal to 118. Do you follow?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, from this equation, we can say that the number of chickens is just 42 minus the number of rabbits, correct? And this number of chickens here is equal to this number of chickens here. So we can substitute its value 42 minus R plus 4R equals 118. Do you follow? Next, you multiply 2 and 42. That's 84. You multiply 2 times the number of rabbits. That's 2r plus 4r equals 118. 4r minus 2r, that's 2r. And then 118 minus 84. 2r is equal to, what's 118 minus 84?
34.
34.
34.
So therefore, r is 17. That would mean that the number of chicken is here, 42
Yes.
minus r. 42 minus r, or 42 minus 17, the number of chicken is 25.
It's
That
25.
So therefore, the difference between the number of chickens and rabbits is c minus r is 8. And that is your answer. Now, this solution is quite, no, long.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I will teach you how to solve it quick. Now, since you are asked for the number of chickens and rabbits here, so it doesn't matter who you solve first. So let's solve first for the number of chickens. Since in this solution, we solved for the number of rabbits, let's start with the number of chickens for the other one. If you are solving for the number of chickens, you assume that all the 42 animals are all rabbits. Do you understand?
Yes. What animal are rabbits?
Okay. So if you are solving for the number of chickens, remember this one. You assume that all the animals are all the rabbits. So if you have 42 rabbits, how many legs do you have? That's
18.
100.
168. 168.
And then you subtract 168 with the actual number of legs. You'll get 50. And then you divide 50 by the difference in the number of legs, which is 4 and 2. And that's 25. So the number of chickens is 25. So you compare how short this one is to this.
So short.
It's so short. Now, you already have the number of chickens. Now, from the given that you know that the total number of animals is 42, so you just need to subtract 42 and 25 to get the number of rabbits. So you have the number of chickens, the number of rabbits, you subtract 25 minus 17, that's 8. You still get the same answer. Clear?
Iya benar. Rabbit. Oh iya, yang rabbit yang
All
serinya
right, let's
chicken.
proceed to the next number.
Ya, Kak.
According to the pattern shown below, what should be the number filled in the blank? Now, who can tell me the pattern here? Just raise your hand.
Kali 4.
Okay, yeah.
4.
Yes, Daniel Canaria.
Itu yang ini.
So the pattern is multiply by 4 each time. So 8
By
times 4,
4.
4 is 128. And 100 times 4 is 512. 112 times 4 is 204.
Iya, kali 2. Benar.
So this means that the next term is 512 times 4, which is
Multiple by 4.
2048. Very good. Thank you, Daniel. Did everybody get this? It's very easy lang. Right?
Yes.
Okay, it's very easy. Now let's proceed to the next number. Next, we have question number 4. According to the pattern shown below, how many symbols like this are there in the 200th group? According to the pattern shown below, how many symbols like this are there in the 200th group? Now, who can tell me the pattern here? I'll call someone. Can I have Duduk Min from Vietnam? Or ano na lang? Sige, let's have another one. Can I have Lee, I don't know how to pronounce that, Oil Azul Papeliero?
In this pattern, I think it's just like +1 because as you can see, all of the pattern, all of the circles are placed on top of the koan staircase, and the only addition is the one circle below. So it is 201.
Correct.
It's just +1.
Very good. Now, to solve for this, you observe the first group only has this one. The second group, it's just 2 plus 1. The third group is just 3 plus 1. The fourth group, it's just 4 plus 1. That would mean that the fifth group will be 5 plus 1. The sixth group will be 6 plus 1 until the 200th group, 200 plus 1, where that is 201. Clear?
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah.
If the pattern here is +1, why is it in the first group it's not 2? Since if the pattern is +1.
Now, you need to observe also how many boxes are there in the first group. That's a special case. Isa lang siya, diba? Isa lang siya. You compare that to the other groups here. Will you be able to add one here? No, right? Because that's only one box. The pattern starts at the second group.
Em mình có cọc đề đâu rồi. Rồi.
Okay. Now,
May
please
một
turn
đó.
off your microphones,
Mình
everyone.
bắn tắt mic đi.
Please turn off your microphones. I can't hear your classmates talking, please. All right, let's proceed to the next number. Find the average of the following. We have 115, 120, 125, 130, and then dot, dot, dot. The dot, dot, dot here means you have numbers inside this that has not been written. And then you have 215, 220, and then 225. Now, what can you observe with this series of numbers here? Who can answer me? The series of numbers here have a common difference. Diba?
+5.
Now, if we have a common difference to a certain series of numbers, what do we call that series?
Arithmetic sequence.
Very good. It's an arithmetic
Wow.
sequence. Now, you listen very carefully. If we are asked to get the average of an arithmetic sequence, what we need to do is just get the first term, get the last term, and then you add them. After adding them, you divide that by 2. 115 plus 225, that is 340. And then 340 divided by 2, that's 170. This is your average. Again, if you are getting the average of an arithmetic sequence, what you need to do is just get the first term, add it with the last term, and then divide by 2. That clear? Is this clear, everybody?
Yes.
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 Okay, very good.
Yep.
So now we're done with our logical thinking. So let's proceed to arithmetic. Ready?
Okay.
Okay, kindly turn off your microphones now. All right, let's proceed to arithmetic. Question number 7. Find the value of 1 minus 5 plus 9 minus 13 plus 17 minus dot 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 plus 97 minus 101 plus 105. Okay, now without considering their operations, so let's hide their operations first. We have a series of numbers here that have a common difference, right? Correct?
Subtract by 4.
So we have a series, an arithmetic sequence here, or arithmetic series. Now, earlier, I taught you how to solve for the average. Now, I will teach you how to solve for the number of terms inside this series. To get the number of terms in an arithmetic sequence, what we need to do is get the last term, subtract it with the first term, you divide that with the common difference. The common difference each term. What's the common difference here? 4. So that's divided by 4, and then add 1. That's how you solve for the number of terms inside the arithmetic sequence. So we have here 104 divided by 4 plus 1. 104 divided by 4 is
26.
26.
27.
26 plus 1
27.
plus 7. That would mean that there are 27 numbers from 1 to 105. Do you follow?
Yes.
Okay. Now, let's proceed with its operations. As you can see, if we write this backwards, that would be 105 minus 101 plus 97 minus dot 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 plus 17 minus 13 plus 9 minus 5 plus 1. If we pair them up, if we group them into pairs, the number 1 will not have a pair, right? And each pair here has a difference of 4. That would mean, so you listen first. Out of the 27 numbers here, we have 26 numbers and the 1, which is this one. So the 26 here, if we pair them up, that would mean we have 13 pairs with a difference of 4. So the sum would be 13 pairs times 4, which is 52.
52.
So then you add the remaining one. So 52 plus 1, that's 53. So the answer is 53. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Next number.
Yeah. So easy.
So earlier, you already know how to solve for the number of terms. You already know how to solve for the average. Now,
Yeah.
same thing that we need to do here. This is also an arithmetic sequence with a common difference of what? Common difference of 6.
6.
Now, since in this problem, you are just asked to get the sum of all the numbers.
Yes.
The sum of an
We must
arithmetic sequence is
count
just
how
the
many number are there?
average times the number of terms. You already know how to solve for
Bây
this.
giờ nó đang
Please
ghi cái
turn
này nhá,
off your microphone.
ghi hết đường nhá, người ta đang hướng dẫn từng dạng bài, tất nhiên là không vấn đề gì.
Number of terms.
Number of termnya tuh kami
Turn off your microphone.
Ghi này.
Turn off your microphones, please.
Vâng nhá. Ghi em vẫn tốt. Nó hỏi sẽ lưu hay không thì ok xếp nhé. Cứ xếp hay là xong nhá.
Turn on your
Để này.
microphone.
Okay. Wag na. Let me mute them. I will not continue unless you turn off your microphone.
I think there's there are pirates in there.
All right, let's continue. The sum of an arithmetic sequence is just the average times the number of terms. You already know how to solve for the average, right? The average of an arithmetic sequence is just the first term plus the last term divided by 2. And then the number of terms in an arithmetic sequence is just the last term minus the first term divided by the common difference, which is 6
And
plus
plus
1.
And then plus 1.
Okay. Now, what is 98 divided by 2? That's 49.
49.
And then we have 91 minus 7, that's 84. You divide by 6, that is 14. 14 plus 1, that's
14.
so 49
Answer is
times 15
735.
is
735.
735.
735. That is the answer. Is that clear?
Alternate solution.
Yeah, sure.
So another way to solve for the sum of the numbers is to get the total number of terms, which is 15. Then 15 divided by 2 times the first term plus the last term,
That's just the same thing.
which is 7.5 times 98, which is 735.
That's the same thing as this one, right? Get
Yeah.
the number of terms, and then you multiply it with 7 and 7 plus 91, which is 98. Now, before this became 49, this is 98 divided by 2, right? So 98 divided by 2 times 15, that's still 735. Now, as much as possible, I don't want you to go to decimals because you have an easier way to do this. Like
Because
you can just divide 98 by 2 first. Which is easier? This one or this one? I think this one is easier. You divide 98 divided by 2 first. Yeah.
Because 98 can divide to 2.
Or in other words, 49 times 15 versus 98 times 7.5. I think this one is easier compared to this. But both will give you the same answer. So you do where you are more ano, confident with. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do number 9.
Oh, easy.
Now, find the value of 1 over 3 times 4 plus 1 over 4 times 5 plus 1 over 5 times 6 dot 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 plus 1 over 22 times 23 plus 1 over 23 times 24. This is very easy. Now,
Yes.
1 over
Equality.
3 times 4, this is actually just 1/3 minus 1/4. Correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then 1
Yes.
over 4 times 5, that is just 1/4 minus 1/5.
Minus
1 over 5 times 6, that is just 1/5
1.
minus 1/6. Now, if you continue writing that until you get to 1 over 22 minus 1 over 23 plus this one is 1 over 23 minus 1 over 24. Now,
Can I present the solution?
if you observe here, minus 1/4 and we have plus 1/4, that is just 0. 1/5 minus 1/5, that is just 0. Also, we have 1/6 inside here that will have a 0 difference with 1/6 here. We also have 1 over 22 here, which will have a difference of 0 when paired to 1 over 22. 123 minus 1 over 23, that's 0. So you are left with 1/3 minus 1 over 24. Or that is just equal to 7 over 24. Clear?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Divide.
Okay, next. Find the value of x if 4 times x minus 5 is equal to 29. 4 times x minus 5 equals 29. So we have 4 times x equals 29
plus
plus 5. So 4x equals 34. Therefore, x is just 34 divided by 4.
Wow.
And that is the answer. Or you can do you can convert that into a mixed number. That is
8.5.
8 and 1/2.
8 and 1/2.
Okay. Let's have an agreement. When you are going to answer in the exam, if the answer can be transformed into a mixed number, you convert it into a mixed number, okay? Next, number 11. Find the value of 44 times 444 times 4444. Okay, so if you multiply them directly, it's kind of hard because you are multiplying numbers that are hard to multiply. So we have, what we need to do here is we factor them out first. 44 is just 4 times 11. 444 is just 4 times 111. 4444 is just 4 times 1111. So if I multiply them all, I can rearrange them into 4 times 4 times 4 times 11 times 111 times 1111. If I multiply this, I'll get 64. Now, what is 11 times 111?
1,221.
Again?
1,221.
1,221.
1, 2, 2, 1. Now, if I multiply these two, what will I get?
1,000.
1,200 1,000 12,300.
1, 3, 5, 6, 5, 3.
531.
And then finally, you multiply that with 64. You'll get 8, 6, 8, 1, 7, 9, 8, 4. So actually, there are many ways to solve this type of problem. If you are confident to multiply them directly, no problem. Okay, let's proceed to number 12. Find the value of 640 divided by 1 plus 640 divided by 2 minus 640 divided by 4 minus 640 divided by 8. This is very easy. We just need to follow MDAS. We divide first. 640 divided by 1 is, of course, 640. 640 divided by 2 is 320. 640 divided by 4 is what?
115.
160. And then 640 divided by 8 is
18.
320 minus 160. That's 160. 160 minus 80. That's 80.
It's only is 18.
40
18
plus
plus
80.
and 720.
120.
That's the answer. Clear? All right, number. So we're done with arithmetic. Let's now proceed to the number theory part. Ready?
Yes.
Yes. Ready.
Okay, before we proceed, the chat box is not for you to chat anything. It's for you to answer problems. So I think please refrain from writing unnecessary things in the chat box. I'm also reading it, by the way. Okay, next we have number theory. Wait for a while.
What happened?
Wait for a while.
Guys, we need to stop chatting so that teacher can move on.
Someone's word.
Okay. Next. We have here a 9-digit number 2022938A1 is divisible by 9 and A is greater than 7. Find the value of A. So in this problem, we just need to navigate around divisibility rule of 9. What does divisibility rule of 9 state? It says that in order for this number to be divisible by 9, the sum of its digits should also be divisible by 9. So we just need to add its digits. We have 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 2 plus 9 plus 3
3 plus 8 and plus 1.
Plus and plus 1.
27.
equal to
Equal 27 plus A.
27 plus 5.
27 plus A and A is
Now,
9.
we need 27 plus A to be divisible by 9. So A can be equal to 0 because
Be 0 and 9.
9.
9.
A
0 and 9.
0 or 9.
A,
Can be
0 or 9, but larger than 7. I have
remember
have
that
bigger
A
than
to
7.
bigger than 7.
bigger than 7.
So
Because
the
it's
And
seven.
A cannot be 0.
It can
Because
0.
A need to be 9.
Are you done? When I am explaining, please refrain from talking.
smaller than 7.
Again, when I am explaining,
is bigger than
from talking, please, so that everybody can hear me well. Okay, let's continue. Number 14. The difference of two two-digit numbers A and B is 13. Find the minimum value of the product of A and B. Okay, so the difference of two-digit number is 13. So A minus B is 13. Find the minimum value of the product of A and B. Now, to get the minimum value of their product, we need to set the value of B and A to be the smallest. Therefore, we need to set the value of B to be the smallest two-digit number, which is what? What's the smallest two-digit number?
10.
10. Therefore, the value of A is
20.
Is 20,
23.
23.
Therefore,
23.
the minimum value of the product of 23 times of A and B, which is 23 times 10,
130.
230.
230.
Oh.
So again, in order for you to get the minimum product, you need to set the values of A and B to be the minimum as well. Okay, next. Number 14.
Oh.
How many three-digit numbers that is divisible by 9 or 15 are there?
Như bố gửi ảnh con lên cho người ta gì bố? Trời ơi.
Okay. Since you are asked to find the number of three-digit numbers only, so what you need to do here is get the largest three-digit number, divide it with 9, plus the number of three-digit numbers divisible by 15 minus 999 divided by the LCM of 9 and 15, which is 40.
135. 435.
Correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
This is all the numbers divisible
Yes.
by 3 or by 9 or 15 from 1 to 999. But take note that you are only asked for the three-digit numbers. So we need to subtract here all the two-digit numbers. That would be 99 over 9 plus 99 over 15 minus 99 over 45. Okay, 999 divided by 9, that's 111. Do you follow? 999 divided by 15, that is 6. Remember that we are only getting the integral part in this quotient. We don't need the remainder. And then we have 999 divided by 45. That's 20 minus
Is 20.
99 bằng 10. Con thử lấy ra bằng tính trừ đi thế nào?
99 divided by 9.
111 cộng 66 trừ 22 này, trừ tiếp 11 này.
99
turn off the mic.
Con đang bấm à?
99 divided by 45.
Offside.
So you have 111 plus 66 minus 22 minus 11 plus 6, 17 minus 2, that is 15. 66 minus 22, that's 44. 111 plus 44 is
155.
minus 15. $145. That's the answer. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay, next number.
Can I ask you
Yeah, sure, what?
for the last? Why do you plus the 111 with 66 first? Why don't we do that?
Techniques in solving lang.
Phó Chí nói đi.
Isn't it 140?
It's equal
What?
to 40.
11 plus 40.
MDLS 10.
Speak, ano,
So
again?
140. The answer is 140.
Sorry, 140. Yeah, it's 140.
It's on 40.
Sorry. It's 140. Yeah, correct. $155 minus 15 is 140. Okay, let's proceed. Find the last two digits of 3 times 5 times 3 times 5 times 3 times 5 times 3 times 5 times 3 times 5. Now, who can tell me the answer to this one?
That's 2-digit, guys, not last digit. Last 2 digits.
15.
So you need to get the last two digits of that one.
Cái này ghi rồi đúng không? Không cần phải ghi rồi.
Okay.
Dạng nào thì em ghi em đánh dấu cho nó lưu ý cái dạng. Vì những cái dạng này
Turn
nó
off the mic.
Nó học rồi. Nhưng
Please
con nó
turn
đang
off
ghi.
your
Turn
mic.
off the mic. Your mic.
Và con cái nó công thức
Turn
nó
off your mic, please.
Now, when we solve this one,
Also, the teachers in
we'll just group this into 15.
75.
15.
And then 15 times 15 is what?
255.
225.
225.
225.
225.
This is also 220.
225.
No,
5.
there's no pair.
200 and
We
If
have
I
to
move-
take only two numbers. Two
25.
numbers. It's 25 times 25 times 50.
75.
Đang quốc tế mà.
Không nghe nhiều bạn Việt Nam.
We can only use two.
Are you done talking? Okay, let's continue. Now, if I multiply 225 times 15 first, what will I get? That's 3,075.
3,000 and 3,000 and 3,375.
If I multiply that with 225,
759,375.
759,375.
759,375.
So the last two
And
digits,
the two last digit is 25.
Tên là cái này.
okay, next. The sum of positive numbers A and B is 322. So in a mathematical sentence, A plus B equals 322. A is 13 times of B. Find the value of A. This A here can be substituted here, so that would mean 13B plus B.
2 chia 14.
322.
Bạn
You
lại
have
thấy
14B equals
à?
322. So B equals 322 divided by 14, which is equal to
B is equal 23.
23.
B is 23. But, but the question is saying A, so we have to find A.
So
23.
have to
And
multiply to
299.
20 and become
299.
199.
229.
Đó, bằng về là
It's clear.
13 lần 13 lần bản thân này thì không có gì
Turn
cả.
off the mic. So that the teacher can teach.
The sum of 5 consecutive numbers is 900. Find the value of the middle number. The sum of 5 consecutive numbers is 900. Find the value of the middle number. Okay. so in-
180.
Don't shout.
180.
Can hear you, Ellie.
180.
90 divided by 5.
180.
Nhiều bạn học giỏi lắm.
180.
180. 180.
Easy.
Nhiều bạn làm cho nó nhanh.
Easy question.
Just take Just take 900 divide to 5.
How about the sum of what continuing number?
Are you done talking?
180.
Okay, now,
180.
Teacher say you don't talking why people just say no.
okay. So when you encounter problems like this, you just need to divide the sum by the number of numbers. 900 divided by 5 is 180. This means that 180 is the middle number. If you have the five numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 180. So 181, 182,
My five.
178. So the middle number is 180. Is it clear?
Teacher, what's the barrel?
Đâu, tổng có 5 chưa? Là sum mà.
Ừ.
Theo số liên tiếp này, có sự là số liên tiếp ấy.
Shut up, the man.
Thì tìm cái số ở giữa,
Why people just hold it?
tổng số. Tổng có 5 số liên tiếp.
Okay. Do you have any questions so far?
No.
Okay, wait.
Và số cơ.
Một 179 nhé.
All right.
Đúng không? 108 luôn.
We're done with arithmetic, logical thinking, and number theory. So I think we can have our break time now. So let's have a break. So be back after 10 minutes, okay?
Đúng rồi.
So while having the break, you can go to the CR, you can eat your snacks, go to the and drink water or eat your breakfast. Just be back after 10 minutes. Clear?
I'm getting fasting, sir.
Okay.
Okay, thanks, teacher. Như này.
Just be back in 10 minutes.
Liên.
Tính về phát luyện là mình
Nhá, nó có lớp làm tiếp nhá. Đi cắt tóc này. Nó ấn xong thì ấn stop. Em ấn xong. Tí nữa.
Có một nhà anh nào đang mở mic thì anh chú ý tí nữa thầy giảng anh tắt mic đi nhá, anh đang nói đấy. Trong quá trình thầy giảng nhà anh cứ toàn lên tiếng động này anh ơi.
Teacher, can you stop chatting? I can't study even my homework because it's many chats in that book.
This gonna be broken.
Things broken.
Okay. Why they want
Is
meeting?
lagi.
Everyone is chat. Things are
The chat is gonna Ohio.
Qua nó không ngủ ngon lắm mà không ngon lắm. Sống, ai còn sống, ai là Độ đợi rồi. Tại đây ba con.
The app right now.
Teacher, can you go back?
Teacher, over time, just like
1 minute.
teacher, give me the link.
No link allowed. Yes, no link.
Okay, let's continue.
Teacher, you have lost 1 minute.
Okay. Now let's proceed to geometry. Now the figure below is formed by rectangle ABFG. So this rectangle and CDEF.
Yeah.
Do you follow?
Yeah.
It is given that AB is 8 centimeters. BC is 3 centimeters. CD is 15 and DE is 10. Find the area of polygon ABCDG. ABCDG. So this area here. You are to find this area.
Wait, what?
We have to find.
The area of the, wait lang, I'll shade the region.
Cái này tí. Ba số ba tán tay. Nhá.
You need to find the area of this.
Hay là quan trọng tay. Xem là
So that region, you need to find the area of this region. Now we can solve the area of this region by subtraction. Now remember that if I extend this line, that will make a very big rectangle. That is a 23 by 10 rectangle, right? Because this side measures 23 centimeters. Do you follow?
23.
23 because 15 plus 8.
20 plus
So if I extend this, this will be our whole rectangle that measures 23 by 10. So the area of that big rectangle would be 23 times 10, which is 230. Now, half of that is this triangle here. So the area of that triangle is just 230 divided by 2, which is 100.
150.
So the area of this part and the area of this part is 115. Now, to get the area of the polygon ABCDG, what we need to do is
We had to minus that
this
error.
area.
Minus.
The area of this rectangle here, this small rectangle, is what?
So it is
3 and
91.
And
8.
8.
34.
Therefore, the area of the shaded region is 115 minus
91.
91.
91.
91.
91.
So you just need to observe the figure carefully so that you can find a way to solve the problem. Clear? Okay, next. A cube with side length of 16 is divided into small cubes with side length of 4. What is the difference between the total surface area of all the smaller cubes and the surface area of the original? Okay, so let's solve first for the surface area of the big cube or the original cube. The surface area of the original cube is just 16 squared. 16 squared is the area of one face, the cube. And then since you have 6 faces, you multiply it by 6. Now, what is 6 times 16 squared? 16 squared is 256. You multiply that by
1,536.
Okay. Now, if you divide that into cubes with side lengths of 4, how many cubes will you get?
54 cube.
No, I mean
54 smaller cubes.
so you have a big cube here, like this. And then if you divide that into cubes with side length of 4, so you'll have this one, right?
54 cube.
It's about original cube is surface area but a smaller cube is total.
You'll have this. You'll have 4,
Mưa sớm á. Cũng biết là bảo là sớm. Đi, đây.
64 small cubes. Now, in one small cube, what is the surface area? Surface area of one small cube. You have 6 times the side length is Number.
16.
96.
So that would be 16 times 6.
96.
That's 96.
96.
Now, how many small cubes do you have? You have 64. So the total surface area of the 64 cubes would be 64 times
600,
Multiply by
600,
96.
100, 100, 40,
Equal
4.
that's 6,144.
144.
Therefore, the difference between the total surface area of all the smaller cubes and the surface area of the original cube, we have 6144
Minus 1.36
4,600 equals
608 4,608.
Can you done?
Okay, next. How many sides does a regular polygon whose interior angles added up to 1,440? How many sides does a regular polygon whose interior angles added up to 1,440? So you're asked to find how many sides are there. Now, in polygons, the sum of interior angles is just n minus 2 times 180. This is the sum of interior angles, where n is the number of sides. Now, the sum daw is 1,440. And then you are asked to find the number of sides times 180. So n minus 2 is just 1,440 divided by 180.
By 118.
What's 1,440 divided by 180?
Minus 2 is equal 8.
8. Therefore, n is
8 equals 10.
N equal 8 plus 2. And N is equal 10.
n is equal to 10. Very good. Okay, next. How many rectangles are there in the figure below? How many rectangles are there in the figure below? Okay, let's count. So let's count first the individual rectangles. So we have here, how many rectangles are there in this section? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
10, 21.
There are 21. Very good. So that
21.
would be 1 plus 2
2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6.
That's 21 rectangles.
And 21.
Now, how many rectangles are there in this section? We have 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. So that would be 1 plus 2 times 1 plus 2 plus 3.
18.
18.
Okay, so we have 18. Now, we need to subtract the intersection of the two, which is this one. How many rectangles are there on this one? We have 3.
3.
We have 21.
3.
21 plus 18 minus 3. Or that? 36.
Oh,
Right?
wait.
Tạo với cộng đến đấy còn hai hàng lên lên trên cộng.
I don't.
You follow?
I think you forgot what? I think you forgot the
Why
Remember-
if -3, sir?
It's -3 because you have 3 rectangles here in the intersection of the
Thì này chưa tính.
you have 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now let's proceed. We also need to count this one, 1, 1, and then we have 2. Right?
We can also have the 2, 3, 5, 6, and other.
We have 3, and then 4, and then 5, and then 6. So after counting 36, you add another 6.
Echo 42.
That's the total number of rectangles. Clear? It's clear. Okay, next. At least how many pieces can we get if we slice through a cake 5 times? At least how many pieces can we get if we slice through a cake 5 times? Okay. Now I'll teach you the technique here on how to solve for this without drawing. When you are asked to slice a cake 5 times, the least number of pieces you can get is this. You start at 1 plus, and the slices starts here. Since you are asked to slice 5 times, that would be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. So the total number of pieces you can get is 16. That's the technique here. Okay. Now, what if I ask you, sige, you solve using your whiteboards. What if I slice through a cake 8 times? At least how many pieces can I get?
At least.
Go solve.
Peter, at least.
At least.
Teacher, does at least mean the most amount of slices you can get or the least amount of slices you can
The
get?
at least. At least you can get the
At least.
form.
Now, I'll check
Oh,
the
three,
mark.
But
three.
not
It means
the slice not
Wait, I'll check the mock exam. It's from the mock exam.
Eight times is 3.
Oh, the teacher means that then the teacher cut it on the spread, so half, and half. You can check it again.
I think the question is most, right? The most number of slices you can get. But in this scenario, what he did is half, and then half, and then half, and then half, and then half. And also half and half.
I have a question.
Yep.
What if we don't do something like that? What if we did something like you have the circular cake, you cut a thin part, and then without intersecting another without intersecting.
This should be at most.
at here not is the piece is not same. The piece is not same. Right?
And what if you cut down the side?
Yeah. So the question should be at most. So if you are asked for the least number of cakes, then 6 pieces, right? It should be 6 only. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1,
Yes, like that.
How about the
Yeah,
cake
like that,
was
like that,
square?
like that.
Yes, like that.
Just
like that.
Like that.
yes.
so it's 6.
Like that.
At most,
At most.
This solution is for the at most. This one is for the at least.
at least, at least.
Yes. That
So-
circle is at least,
Yeah. We can have
and
more
the
than that.
utmost is 60.
Teacher.
Yep.
We can have more than that.
Yeah, but you're asked for the least. So you can't use
When we
that
cut
anymore.
when we cut the 4 time, we can half off the cake.
Okay, let's continue now. A rectangle is an area of 96. If the length and width of the rectangle are both integers, what is the maximum possible perimeter of that rectangle? A rectangle is an area of 96 and the width of the rectangle are both integers. What is the maximum possible perimeter of that rectangle? Okay. To get the maximum perimeter, what we need to do is to set the values of your length and width to be very far from each other. That would mean to set the value of your length and width to be 96 and 1. This is the part
Length and wide
of your length and
must
width. So to get the maximum perimeter, that is just 96 plus 1 times 2. You have 97 times 2.
7 plus multiply to 2 and 194.
194.
194.
Why is multiple by 2?
Solving
Because
for
like
the perimeter of a rectangle, length plus width.
The formula, ya, sir. Okay, the formula ya, sir.
Okay. Clear?
Yes.
yes, very good.
Let's proceed to the next number.
Combine them.
So we're now on combinatory, the last category for that competition. So how many different ways are there to split 360 students in groups of equal sizes? How many different ways are there to split 360 students in groups of equal sizes? Okay, so we just need to get the prime factorization of 360. So 360 is just 2 times 180. One
Con không gọi là kiểu là nhìn vào không biết không được.
5 and 9.
3 and
3 and 3.
3 and 3.
the prime factorization of
Ước mà.
360
Ai tìm ước
cube times
24.
Square
24.
times
Times 5.
you have
Equal.
8, 2, 1, 5, and 2, 3. Okay.
Ủa, let's go.
See?
Thằng không bao giờ dậy.
Plus 1.
Plus 1.
Vun sao?
2 plus 1.
2 plus 1.
2 plus
And
1.
1 plus
Plus
1.
4
4
times
multiply 3 multiply 2 and this
24.
So there are 24 factors for 360. Is that our answer?
oh 24.
No.
Yeah, what's not the answer? Need to
Flip the student
multiply.
a group. Just have one student. And the group have 300.
Okay.
Divide by 2.
You still need to divide 24 by 2.
By 2 to 25 way. Yes.
To divide 24 by 2 because remember that these 24 numbers needs to be paired in order for you to group the 360. Let's say, for example, let's write all of the factors of 60. We have 1, and 360. So that's one group. See, you need to pair them up to group them. You need to pair the factors to have groups. You have one group of 360 children, or you can also have 360 children.
Student in one group.
No.
Treating all students as one group is a valid way. Yes, it can be.
Yes, you have 360 groups, one each. So you don't need to multiply, you don't need to divide by 2 anymore. I'm sorry about that. 24 ways. Why you don't need to divide? Because if you divide 24 divided by 2, if you have 12 ways, you will consider 1 times 360 the same as 360 times 1. They're counted as 1 if you divide by 2. Now, since treating all students as one group is a valid way, so this one is valid, one count, this one is one count. So that would also mean that 2 times 180 is different from 180 times 2. They have different counts. That would mean that you don't need to divide by 2 anymore. Because if you divide by 2, you will count this and this as 1, which is not in the problem, which is not the condition in the problem. Clear?
Yes.
I hope that's clear. You don't need to divide anymore. No? Okay. Again. So, diba? You have 24 factors for 360. Right? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
8, 9. Oh, can be 8. Can be 8.
Yeah. 8.
No, 28.
Can be 8. Yes, can be.
Not 9.
Can be 8.
9,
8.
10.
8.
8.
Teacher.
8.
360 can be
Divide to 8.
4, 8, 9, 10, 12,
12.
60.
15.
15.
20.
18.
18.
20.
20, teacher.
24.
24.
24.
30.
30, 30,
30.
30,
30.
36.
36,
36.
36,
46. 40. 40.
40, 40.
40?
Yeah,
36.
36.
Okay, 36.
60, 36, 36 and 60.
72.
And 120 and 108.
Wait. So let's just divide this by 2 to get the 12 pairs. It's easier, I think. So you have 1 times 360. So you have 1 and 360. 2 times
And 180.
100. 3 times
3 times
100.
4 times 19. 5 times 72. 6 times 60. 8
Times
times 45. 9 times 40.
5 times 72.
72.
6 times 60.
8 times
8 times 45.
45.
9
45.
times 40.
40.
10 times 30.
12
12 times
5,
30.
12 times
12 times 30.
15 times
18. 15 times
Times
24.
24.
24.
24.
18 times 20.
20.
N.
That's it. 1,
Is
2,
it-
3, 4,
That's it.
5, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have 12 pairs. So these are the possible grouping. That's why it's 12 pairs. Now, our answer is 24 ways. Why? Because we also need to count the opposite of this one. 360 times 1, 180 times 2, 120 times 3, until
ETC.
20 times 18, which is also 12 ways. That's why you have 12 pairs here, 12 groups, and plus the 12 of the inverse, so that's 24 ways in total. Is this clear now?
Yes.
Teacher. Teacher. Where
Yes.
is 19?
Huh?
19 can't divide by 90. 19 can't divide.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry. Yeah.
90 count.
So is this clear now? 24 times is 24 ways.
That's all of it.
Okay, let's proceed to the next number. This one. A flight of stairs has 9 steps. Tom can go down 1 step, 2 steps, or 3 steps at a time. How many different ways are there for Tom to go down the stairs? Okay, let's draw. So you have so we have 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Nhưng em học.
Ở trên tàu có ngủ.
Okay. So now, how many ways are there for Tom to go down the stairs? So Tom is here. So to go to the 8th step, Tom only has 1 way, right? To go to the 7th step, Tom has 2 ways.
Two ways.
Kết quả
To go to the third step, how many ways does Tom have?
4 ways.
4 ways. Now, in order for you to go to the fifth, you just need to add the 3. 1 plus 2 plus 4. That's 4. And then to get to the fourth, 2 plus 4. And you just add 4 plus 7 plus 13.
24 ways.
And then you have
44.
and then to get to the first one,
81 ways. 81 ways.
1. Final one is 149.
149 ways.
what's your answer? So can you
Sir, 4 ways we got from what?
huh? What do you mean?
Sir,
Yeah,
4 ways.
this
Why is 4 ways?
4 ways because look, you can do 1, 2,
Bước lên bước 1 của bao nhiêu cách, bước lên bước 2 của bao nhiêu cách, bước lên bước 3 này.
can also
Ai đi xuống mấy cách. Đúng rồi con. Để đi xuống cầu thang.
please turn off your microphone. Somebody is asking. He can't hear me.
Teacher.
Con không nghe này. Không hiểu.
Wait for a while. I'm still explaining.
Go down.
Repeat, sir.
Là từ trên lên, có đây là từ trên xuống.
Okay, please turn off your microphone or else I'll stop
Đấy
it.
thì nó bảo nó tới thì chắc là sang tuần nó triển khai.
nhà chị nào lại đang bật mic rồi chị ơi, anh chị ơi.
Thì đang họp ở công ty để xong rồi cụ thể ngày ấy thì
Anh ơi, tắt mic đi anh ơi. Anh ơi đang nói gì công ty đây anh.
Teacher. Do you have general formula?
Won't continue if you don't stop talking. Now let's go back. So somebody asked me, why are there 4 ways in step number 6? Now, we have 4 ways to get here because you can do this. One at a time. You can do 2 and then 1. That's the second one. Or you can also do 1 and then 2. That's the third one. Or you can directly go to the 6th one. That's the 4th way. That's why it's 4 ways. And then to get the number of ways in the succeeding step, you just need to add the preceding 3 numbers. So we have 1 plus 2 plus 4, that's 7. To get to the 4th step, you just need to add 2, 4, and 7, that's 13. You continue the same pattern until you get to the last, to the ground here. You'll get 149. Now, are there any more questions?
Clear.
If you get that, I don't think you
Clear.
steps because some will
Clear.
is in for not
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, let's continue. If we divide numbers 1 to 8 into 2 equal groups and combine the numbers in each group into 4-digit numbers, what is the maximum difference of these two 4-digit numbers? So you are to divide 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. You need to make two 4-digit numbers and then get their difference. You need to get the largest difference you can have. Now, in order for you to get the largest difference, you need to make the largest number and the smallest number. To get the largest number, that's just 8765. The smallest number is 1234. What's the difference?
7,000.
7,531.
That's the answer. 7,531. You understand?
Yeah.
Yes.
In order for you to get the maximum difference, you need to set the values of your two numbers. The first one should be the largest. The second one should be the smallest. That's how you get the maximum difference. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, next number. We're
Yes.
almost done. Numbers are drawn from 98 integers 1 to 98 at random. At least how many numbers need to be drawn to ensure that there are two numbers whose difference is 15? Okay, I'll teach you the technique on how to do this one. I'll explain only one, so you listen carefully. You need a difference of 15. So what you need to do is you need to group the numbers into 15 starting from 1. So you have 1 to 15, 16 to 30, 31 to 45, 46 to 60, 61 to 75, 76 to 90, and then 91 rather, 91 to 98. And then what you need to do is you count this, crash this out, you count this, crash out, count, crash out, and then count. So you have 15 numbers here, 15, 15, and here we have 8. So we just need to add, that is equal to 53. Right.
And plus 1.
Then you need to add 1 to ensure. So that's 54.
54.
Do you understand?
Sir?
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Can you explain again?
I have a question, sir.
Okay. I'll explain again. Wait lang.
Can I go to the bathroom?
Yeah, go. Okay. You are asked to find a difference of 15. So the first step for you is to group the numbers into 15 starting from 1, since 1 is the smallest. So we have 1 to 15, that's one group. 16 to 30, 31 to 45, 46 to 60, 61 to 75, 76 to 90, and then 91 to 98. Next is you count it, skip this, you count, you skip, you count, and then you skip, and then you count. So you have 15 numbers here, 15 numbers here, 15 for here, and 8 here. And then you just add 15 plus 15 plus 15 plus 8, that's 53 numbers. Now you need to add 1 to ensure. So that's 53 plus 1, you need 54 draws, at least 54 draws to have a difference of 15.
Teacher, can I ask?
Yes?
Why do we have to skip?
Okay. We need to skip because in this problem, we are assuming the worst case scenario. Now, try to visualize. If you draw the numbers 1 to 15 first, so after the 15 draws, the numbers 1 to 15, if you draw the number 16 to 30, you already have a difference of 15, right? Because 16 minus 1 is already 15. That's why we need to skip 16 to 30 because we are always assuming the worst case scenario here. Is this clear, everybody?
Yes.
Okay, next.
Yes.
A group of 10 students are taking photos, 3 students at a time. Each student has to take another a photo with two schoolmates. At least how many pictures are there to be taken? Again, a group of 10 students is taking photos, 3 students at a time. Each student has to take photo with another 2 schoolmates. At least how many pictures are needed to be taken? This is very easy. This is just 10 students, C3. You just need to group them into 3. 10C3 is just 10 times 9 times 8 times over 1 times 2 times 3. You follow?
Yes.
10 divided by
Yes.
2, that's 5. 9 divided by 3, that's 3. 8 divided by 1, that's 8. You have
120.
120.
120.
120.
Very good. Good job, everybody. Now we are down to our last number for today. There are a total of 48 chickens and rabbits in a farm. The animals have a total of 160 legs. How many chickens are there? Okay, so I already discussed this earlier, right? If you are asked to find the number of chickens, you assume that all the 48 animals here are all rabbits. So if all 48 are rabbits, how many legs are there?
4 legs.
48 times 4,
4 legs. 48 times
190.
192.
192. And then you subtract 192 with
Minus
150. 32.
and then you divide
David,
62
that is
by
5. 2.
current
4
of
minus
4
4 60.
That's it.
60.
There are 16 chickens in the farm. Understood?
Yes. Yes.
How about the other?
Yes.
Is this clear? So, and that's it. We're done. Thanks for listening, everybody, and good luck with your competition. Bye-bye.
Do we need to join again tomorrow?
I you.
I need to
Dạ, bạn này chồng mình là giống không? Dạ, có tiếng